All right, Panther fans. Well, we didn't score first. We didn't score first. That's the worst thing we could say about yesterday. We didn't score first, and then somehow we almost blew it after almost running away with it. Stu's got his victory cigar, and now just to bring attention to this, Stu has got the same lucky hat on, okay, that we've had on while we keep winning. I just keep whatever hat I have on in the morning. If I don't feel like walking downstairs to get the baseball cap, that's the hat I'm going with. So how we doing? How we doing, Stu? We happy after this weekend?
Yeah, I think yeah. I mean, they played better yesterday. They did come out to play.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first goal was kind of surprising, but not surprising. I mean, I think that's like 5 games in a row. That it's scored been, on for at least on the road. Right. I don't know what it is with the road, but the Huberdeau goal from Giroux was fantastic.
Yeah.
And he buried it. I mean, that's the way to do it, you know. The other highlight for me was the Dookie.
Yeah, the Duke. Well, yeah. But that pass from the who the hell was it? Stu and I are having a Monday morning. Bennett, yeah. Bennett. The pass, was it the pass from Bennett? No,
I think so.
It was a no-look pass from Forsling. It was Forsling.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, we better wake up. So Forsling comes down the wing, looks right at the goaltender, doesn't even look off, and just passes right to Duke on his stick, and boom, Duke buries it. And that, which brings me to what I said in the recap, which is, look, Forsling Uyghur's the pair, okay? For whatever reason, Uyghur just plays way better with Forsling than he does with Ekblad.
They just look so comfortable together.
Yeah. I mean, look, when he was with Ekblad, he's making a ton of mistakes. He was still playing well. He was making a ton of mistakes. Put him with Sherratt, making a ton of mistakes. Put him with Forsling, the mistakes have stopped.
I won't say stopped. He coughed it up once yesterday. But here's the dilemma. Because if it's me, but I don't think it's going to happen anyway, because again, for whatever reason, because he didn't break them up before, it's going to be Ekblad and Uyghur,
right?
Sherratt and Forsling and Gudis, and Sherratt and Monto. And right. I know you told me, if they move Sherratt and Ekblad and Uyghur and Forsling, and then it's Monto, and they're mixing everything. They're jumping up. So, but I still like the lefty-righty combination.
Yeah.
Forsling is just like, I don't know, the light switch went on with him, and he's been more offensively focused. And I love to see that. I told everybody, he's got the skill.
Yep.
He just chooses to, prioritize with the defensive end.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, so going up 4-1, we're cruising along, everything's good, blah blah blah. And I'm not going to say we took our foot off the gas. It's just the goalie was just making save after save. Could have had 8 goals, and then the stupid penalties come in.
Yeah.
Now I don't remember the first one, which I think was Haig, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So I don't remember that one, but I do remember the Duclair losing his wits.
Yep.
And taking a stupid slashing penalty. They always call the person that retaliates. Yep. And that cost us a goal. And that can't happen.
No, they can't. Absolutely.
You got to show discipline, especially in the playoffs. You take a penalty like that in the playoffs, it could cost you the game and the series.
Yep.
And obviously, look what happened last year with Bennett. Same thing.
Right.
He retaliated, and I understand the frustration. The referees are just awful. I mean, how many times are they going to let opposing players, take liberties with us, cross-check in the back,
right?
The elbow.
Yeah, the elbow.
I mean, on Bennett, and not call that. And it just, they
Yeah,
take matters into their own hands, but you
yeah, I
can't
was
do that
surprised.
when it's 4-2 and there's 9 minutes left or whatever. You got to just suck it up and say,
Yeah,
get them next time. I don't
right.
think
And
they
it
play
wasn't
Buffalo
even,
anymore, but the bottom line is you just can't do that.
no.
You got to be disciplined.
Yeah,
So,
that
but
was bad.
we got the 2 points. Spencer Knight definitely gets a star, from me.
Yeah,
He played great.
yep.
I don't even know if I could say one of those goals was his fault. The first one was, a
Yeah,
wicked
yeah, it
deflection by
was
a
yeah.
poser. So, but do you think he was at fault in any of the other goals?
Not anything where you watch the replay and you're like, he really should have had that. Um, the thing that he was doing that Bob didn't do the other night was we kept giving the puck up and they were getting those quick shots. Now, and obviously in the shutout, Bobrovsky was lit and saved them all. And then in the last game, he not so much. And then Knight was on it last night with those quick giveaways. But that's got to stop. The outlet passes have been bad. Whatever
Yep.
reason, we have decided that when we get the puck in our zone, we're going to softly try to clear the puck through the middle of the ice.
That's
And instead of
exactly what
using
I
it,
was going to say.
what
The
the
middle of the ice, danger zone.
right? What are
And
we
you're right, the
doing?
way they're passing it out. I mean, our game is defensemen get it up to the forward quickly and then they
Right?
press. That's our
Yeah,
game. Speed, speed, speed.
yeah,
But the last few games,
yeah.
I mean, I use Gudis as an example or Forsling. Like usually they'll get it and they'll go off the boards or they'll flip it.
Right, right.
That flip it pass is now part of the game. You
Yeah.
never saw that when I was growing up. You never saw that.
No,
Those
no.
I call them the Hail Mary things,
Yeah,
but they'll either do one of the other, but definitely got to cut down on these giveaways. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
and they're all doing it.
Oh, yeah, everybody's
Cross
doing
ice,
it.
the cross ice pass, good percentage that it's going to be intercepted.
Right.
Huberto's guilty of that a lot.
Yep.
But the defensemen, they got to just make the right decisions with the puck. And
It's something to watch because people think, oh, you're complaining and we keep winning. It's very much, each game is very much like watching two teams on the ice. When we turn it on, the puck movement is fast, 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 and it's like everybody is just like in the groove. And then when we turn it off, to be honest with you, we look like shit most of the time when we're not bringing those waves of energy where we're powering the other team. Our game is not solid. We give up the puck too much. The passes are off. The clearing attempts are too slow. There was a spot of play in the middle of the season where we went on that one road trip and we looked pretty good playing just solid lockdown defensive style hockey. But for the most part, we're either whooping the other team's ass or, not looking good. So I guess we'll just have to see, in the playoffs, if you turn it off for a period, you're done. And, we're not going to be making 3 and 4 comebacks in the playoffs. And look, you can't keep that kind of energy and emotion throughout 82 games. I get it, right? Nobody can. The hope is we keep doing what we're doing, which is getting 2 points and just biding our time until the playoffs come and, just letting all hell half fury there come out and just keeping that energy during the playoffs. And we'll be fine. When we play our game, I don't think anybody can beat us in the 7-game series. It's when we don't play our game, it's not. We're not.
Nobody can stop the waves.
Right.
They just roll in one after the other.
Right.
And those waves are big. The team is just really fast.
Yeah.
We play a fast game. When the game is slowed down, and that, I think that's a strategy of the other team.
Yeah,
Case in point, Carolina last year
yeah,
had our number because what they were doing is they weren't allowing us to get in the zone. They were stacked up in the, in middle,
right,
the area between the red
Yeah.
line and their blue line.
right.
So, again, everything has to be quick.
Yep.
Just where we're at right now, and this is the stat that really sticks out for me. So we have 102 points. We've played 69 games, 48, 15, and 6. Goal differential, 83. 83.
Jeez.
All right. Looking at Colorado, because I do think it's possible that we win the president. And Huberto made note of that. Obviously, the goal is to win the East. That's what I
Right.
expected.
Yeah,
But he also says something, we'd like to finish first. So
Right.
the Avalanche have 69 points as well. They have 104 points, and their goal differential is 73.
right.
So obviously, we know we have the number one offense in the league. Now it looks like the Maple Leafs are now in second. So
Jeez.
they've played one less game than us. Maple Leafs, Lightning, Bruins.
Okay.
They've played 68 games. Maple Leafs and Lightning are tied with 93 points. The Bruins have 91.
So we got a
If
9-point
it-
lead.
if
now.
If it finishes that way, we're going to play the Bruins.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's going to be.
do we
that's gonna
play?
be-
I think I'm not so 100% sure on that. I've read conflicting things.
Oh, maybe we'll play the wild
I
card,
think
right?
yeah, we play. If we're the 1 seed, we're going to play the 8 seed.
Okay.
Because they don't do it by divisions with the wild
Right.
card. Yeah.
Right.
So we would
So
end
the
up-
Hurricanes have 98 points.
Right.
All right. So we're 4 points now. I
Right.
think they lost the other night. The Rangers
Yeah,
have
yeah.
94, Penguins 92, Capitals 84.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. I think if we get first, I think we're looking at the Capitals.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you stop Ovechkin and Backstrom
Right.
and Kuznetsov,
Yeah.
92 on that.
Yeah,
Kuznetsov?
Yeah.
Those are, and Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson's another guy you got to watch out for.
He's a Panther. He's
So we're getting
Yeah, but
ahead of
hello.
ourselves. We'll see
yeah,
what happens.
not that far though. It's only 13 more games. It ain't that far ahead.
12.
Is it
12. Yeah,
no,
we played
13. We played 69.
Oh, yeah,
69.
13. My
13.
apologies.
It's okay.
Here's the thing. And I said this to you yesterday. So we got 13 games left. We're at 102 points, which means we need 18 points or 9 wins
Right.
or a couple of,
Yeah.
overtime losses, which
Right.
whatever. Now you remember, and it's on record, guys, before the season started, I said 120. And then I said, 118, but I'm
Yeah.
still sticking with the original 120.
Right.
So 13 games, we go 9-4.
Yep.
We got
Yeah,
it.
we got it. Yeah.
We go, we go 8-5 and we got 118. So obviously we're going to set, a franchise record for points, but I don't see any reason why we can't win 9 out of 13 games.
No,
We just
no,
gotta, we just gotta take down, we gotta take down Toronto in these last 2 games. We gotta
Yeah.
take down, I want to take down, these top teams. Nashville, obviously, we're supposed to win the games against the Montreals of the world and the
Right.
and the Buffaloes, and we have those games, which you never want to say are a lock, but we should win those.
You should win.
But
those.
the big battles are going to be against Toronto and Tampa, and
and the one game against Boston.
I mean the big battle for me is the two Toronto games.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
and we're at home, so those are the 2 games I really want to see us destroy, and that means just stopping Matthews and Marner.
Right. Well, Tavares and the power play is what killed us last time.
Yeah, forgot
Yeah,
about the Panther
yeah,
killer.
that son
Yeah,
of a bitch.
Tavares. I guess Tavares, and I said it the other day to you when we were doing the, during the game, I was texting you. Tavares is a Panther killer.
Yeah, look,
Obviously, we know what happened in the Islanders series. I fear Tavares more than I fear Matthews, but Matthews, he's got what, 51
right.
goals now?
They just
So
need to devise a PK specifically for Toronto. When Toronto gets on the power play, the first thing I want to see is Radko Gudas right in front of the crease, and he don't move. And if
right.
Tavares comes anywhere near the place, he breaks him in half, and that's the end of that. I don't care if Gudas takes the 2-minute penalty for roughing that, and I'm not saying I want Tavares to get hurt. Just make it so that
I
he's
agree.
not,
I
he's
agree.
not interested in the front of the
100%.
net.
100%. I agree.
Right.
I don't care if he takes a penalty for
Yeah.
cross-checking, roughing, whatever,
Right.
but it's got to send him a message in the beginning of the game.
John
If you're
Tavares,
camping out in
yeah,
front of our goalie, you're going to pay the price.
John Tavares in the crease gives every Florida Panther fan nightmares. Just
Yeah, that's how he scored,
Yeah, that's
that's
the
how he
Islander
scored that
series.
game winner.
Yeah, no, it can't be allowed to continue, or the fan base will just explode, just spontaneously combust. So
So what do we got? We got Tuesday night
we got
is
Tuesday.
Toronto,
Yep.
which
yep.
unfortunately I was supposed to go to that game, but my CEO is closing the suite to employees. That's the email that I got. So that
Right.
sucks.
Right.
So now I'm thinking, all right, so I can't go to that game. My next two games are Toronto and Tampa, the 23rd and the 24th. So I'm thinking, so Friday night we got Buffalo. I really don't care to see them. So we got Tuesday the 12th and Friday the 15th, Winnipeg. So I think I'm going to pick the Winnipeg game.
Right.
Then we go to Detroit and the Island. Then we come back Thursday the 21st, Detroit, Saturday the 23rd and 24th, Toronto and Tampa. Man. Good way to end the year.
So I knew we had
to end the home, because we do go to Boston, Ottawa, and that Boston game is looking important.
I'm hoping by then it won't be.
Right.
But I knew we played Tampa on the back end of a back-to-back, but the first game is Toronto. Jesus. All right.
Saturday and Sunday.
Let's build a big enough lead so that by the time we're playing those games, we're like, we got it wrapped up. That might be tough. That might be tough sledding. But geez, Toronto and then Tampa the next night. That's there ain't no way around it. That's the rough. That's the tip.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Winnipeg game's going to be tough. We always have trouble with them.
Yeah, and you said it's a Friday night. We never do well Friday night games. So
it's going to be interesting to see who the goalies are going to be this week. I would imagine Bob's going to be in tomorrow.
Right.
Against Toronto.
Right. Yeah. I would assume so. I mean, you don't want to leave him.
Knight's got the hot hand right now.
I know. I talked about that at the end of the recap yesterday.
Yeah, obviously I'm happy. You're happy. Everybody's happy that he looks like he's recovered his form and his confidence. Because I always thought it was more of a confidence thing than anything. Or, they worked with him on his positioning. The one drawback, the one negative with Knight is his stick handling behind the net.
Yeah.
Atrocious.
Yeah. And he actually had a giveaway yesterday when he wasn't even behind the net. He tried one of those outlet passes and it got intercepted and he had to get back into the goal and make a save.
That was the one where he could have went. He was, he didn't even look. He just threw it up. I mean, it was obvious where he was going with it when all he had to do was dump it to the defenseman that was, in the corner there.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Work in progress.
That's it.
Yep. All right,
guys. Still hasn't scored. Obviously, we're
It's
bummed out. But as long as he's getting his
yeah.
assists
It's like Jeff
and
said on
winning
Twitter.
those important faceoffs,
Right. Yeah. Yep.
it's okay. I'm
Yep.
sure he's frustrated, but he's making a contribution.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Jeff said on Twitter. If Drew's going to cause Huberdeau to score goals like that, he doesn't care if Drew ever scores a goal.
Yeah.
Because a goal is a goal, and I don't disagree. It's just you can see you don't want the frustration to creep into other areas of his game because it's just natural for that to happen. So, all right, guys, we appreciate all the support. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, whole deal notification bell. I probably will be back to streaming tomorrow night, but that's still an if. That's still an if and a maybe. And Stu is shaking his head no. But unless
Only because I want you to save your energy and not have migraines.
I know. I look. If let's put it this way, if the game was tonight, I would still not be streaming.
I mean, if you do the stream, wear your sunglasses.
I might have to do that. I'm going to get some prescription sunglasses. That's in the cards as soon as the tax refund comes in. So
Bono started wearing those tinted glasses because he said that the lights from the the arena, the lights in his face were like giving him trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody would mind, you wearing dark sunglasses,
right,
and not have to stare at that screen for 2 hours,
right,
and
right,
then,
right.
Then you can't do the recap or hour review because you got freaking headaches. So be smart.
Yep.
Anyway,
yep.
Put some comments down, guys. I mean, we really didn't rag on anybody today.
No, and I'm going to be
much.
responding. I'm going to be responding. I saw some comments to the recap. I have a certain way of speaking, and so I'm used to people completely misinterpreting how I'm speaking. Michael, I'm going to say this on the recap, but I'll say this now in case you're still watching. That wasn't me ragging on Gudis. That was me giving Gudis a compliment.
Which Michael?
Michael Paul. What I started off the video saying was that one of the only changes was Mammon was out, Jumbo was in, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually agree with that. And then I complimented Joe that he's been scoring points. And somehow, Michael Paul took that as me ragging on Jumbo Joe and a hot take, because I don't know how we got there. I was giving Joe a compliment that he belonged in the lineup. So
absolutely,
just in case you don't see the response, or just in case you're still watching, I'm going to go respond over there as well. But you got to listen to what I said. I don't know, but I'm used to that. The way I speak, people misinterpret me all the time.
Yeah, it's like the other day I got a comment about saying Forsling was a better defenseman than Ekblad and Uyghur, and I had to clarify that.
Right.
Defensively, he is.
Right. Yeah.
And like I said, he doesn't, put a priority on the offensive end. If he did, I'd be curious to see how he would match up with, not so much Uyghur, but, Ekblad, he's a special player. I can't wait to get him back. But let's just, end it by saying, because we didn't mention anything about Jumbo.
Yeah.
He definitely has been playing pretty good. I mean,
he has.
No embarrassment. I mean, I think there were a couple of games there where he looked really slow and whatnot, but he's been good in the corner. The best guy and both of them are good, but I think our number one corner battle guy, along the boards guy, is Marchment.
Yeah,
he is terrific. I don't know how he does it, but it always seems to kind of sort of win the battle. Luosterainen has impressed me. He's another one. They kind of remind me of each other. But Luosterainen gets, we never mention his name. He hardly gets mentioned on the broadcast.
Right.
But, the guy just comes to work and does his job.
And does a good job.
I like that. I like that Lundberg is getting the props. He certainly deserves that. And you watched. That kid's going to be important in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Absolutely agree there. All right, guys, we appreciate it all, and we will see you again. I'll see you tomorrow, and Stu and I will see you on Wednesday.